I did get to see Summer Games Fest this year at the theaters. It just wasn't at the theater at which the Summer Games Fest was held. You could buy tickets online. I want to say they were $25 to go and see it in the actual theater. They also had a chance to win. So my wife and I took a chance and we both won. And I was like, oh, wow. Immediately I thought, okay, this is either going to be insanely cool or completely empty. And nobody did this. It was actually the latter, but it was still actually really quite a lot of fun. So we went over to the Cinemark at Festival Bay. I don't think it's called Festival Bay, though, anymore. I think it's Deezerland. Whatever. Theater's just fine. It's got the nice luxury recliners with the button that lets you recline in and out. It was fine. We got in and sat down, and at the time when the show started, there were a whopping 26 people there. So not very full in terms of a theater. Everybody was spread out, and it was just fine. However, before the show began, they had an employee come out and read a script, a handwritten note from Jeff Keighley, basically thanking us for coming out and contributing to the hype of the Summer Games Fest. And as a kind of reward, each theater was selecting a random winner for a private screening of the new Gran Turismo movie. The winner would receive a private screening with them and 25 friends with concessions included. So you win, you could bring 25 other people, and you have the whole theater to yourself to watch the movie, which sounds awesome. I was in seat G12, my wife was in seat G11, and the winner was a G7. I was like, oh, so close. So I didn't win. I did tell the winner, I was like, hey, there's like 25 of us. We can all go together. He didn't take my name or number, so I can only assume I didn't get the invitation. But that was kind of a neat little thing. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't expect any kind of like swag bags or codes or anything. And it was made pretty clear when we got in that there wasn't any kind of like badges or anything to redeem. Like back in the day when PlayStation would give you a lanyard to the PlayStation experience, and then you would get some sort of code at the end that would give you like a digital bundle or gift cards or something. It was pretty clear early on we weren't getting that. And I was okay with that because I wasn't really going for the swag. I just like watching game shows around other fans. And I was like, this will be fun. So I enjoyed the live energy of the audience being piped, their audio being piped in through the announcements, and the fact that Jeff Keighley was in front of a live studio audience. I've seen some naysayers and some people saying it wasn't very full and they pushed all the people to the front. And, that's fine. I'm not here to dump on it. I appreciate what Jeff Keighley's doing. I've been saying this from the beginning. I'm glad that somebody's taken the reins on this, and it's amazing he's been able to turn this into what it's been turned into. Is it the greatest show of all time? No, but it's never been. But it's a celebration of gaming, and it's a smattering of different types of games. So it's not all FPS. It's not all, first-party titles. It's just a little bit of everything. And there's something, as he said, you'll find something you're interested in. And I did. I found quite a few things to be interested in. And sitting in an audience with other fans and everybody cheering and clapping along was great. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I went. As far as the actual show itself, the highlights for me, definitely Final Fantasy VII. Like, oh my God, that game continues to blow me away. I have said numerous times, Final Fantasy VII Remake is my absolute favorite game of all time. It soundly beats Shadow of the Colossus, which held the nearest and closest place in my heart for many, 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 many years. But Final Fantasy VII is just so good. I'm so excited to see where that goes next. And it wasn't a secret they were working on it. We knew the developers were working on it. They've been talking the last few days about these like little developer tidbits. So it was pretty clear we were going to see something soon. It was cool to end the show with that. And I thought that was a big get for Jeff Keighley. And that was really a kind of thing that we could all celebrate. Another thing that I was very interested in was the Sonic. I'm looking at the Verge here with an update. I wish these blog posts, by the way, would put it in chronological order because I'm scrolling up and down like a maniac. Sonic Superstars looks awesome. I was a huge fan of Sonic Mania. I really, really appreciated that game. I had so much fun with it. I'm just happy for more Sonic. The fact that it's got all that co-op stuff in there looks like a ton of fun. The fact that you could swap between other characters looks like a lot of fun. So sign me up for more Sonic in a heartbeat. Everybody collectively laughed at the Nick Cage thing. It was odd, but it was cool that he kind of came out and talked about it. He was very passionate about the project, which is exciting. I mean, I wouldn't say he's like a world-class actor, at least not to me. I don't think, I mean, I know he's very iconic. And he's had some good movies here and there, but it was cool to see him kind of tied to something. And he said, someone very near and dear to him was a fan of Dead by Daylight, so it was a no-brainer to get him in. I like the crossover of good voice talent and the fact that he took so much care and emphasis to say that he did everything, all the grunts and the sighs and the oohs and the ahs. I was like, okay, I don't play Dead by Daylight. I'm not going to, but I'm happy for him, and I'm sure some of the fans they were applauding. Some other people seemed to enjoy the game, so hey, why not have some fun with it and throw him in there? Extended look at Alan Wake gameplay. That was one that was really, really exciting for me. I'm a huge Alan Wake fan. I love the hell out of that game. It's one of those games that really makes you think. And it's so funny that the guy who comes out was Max Payne, right? The character of the original, that smirking Max Payne. It was him, which is just so funny to see. Like, that is a real person. And he's talking about the game, and he's talking about his excitement for it. Then they show what they were calling these rough cut things. That was something that was new this year. I haven't heard that term used, and I'm glad that it replaced the infamous vertical slice, because it's just a snippet of gameplay. It wasn't like ultra polished. It wasn't overly cinematic. It was just like, if you were playing the game, this is what you would see. And that's all we want as fans. Just show us some of the content. Let us get involved in the game. Let us see what it's about. Like, I'm so tired of the CGI trailers. I'm so tired of the like press rendered photos that don't really like mean anything. Like the Spider-Man stuff they showed, just still images. Like, I don't want to see that. Show me gameplay, or just wait, because picture's worth a billion words, right? So I was really excited for that. And there's one other game here. Oh, Pal World. Pal World looks like so much fun because you just have this nonsensical like Pokemon with guns. Like, why not? Like, sure. I mean, not every game has to be these deep, epic, like Return to Moria, or these long form RPGs where you play this wizard and you're on a quest for redemption. It's like, or we'll give cute little animals machine guns. I'm like, I'll take it. There's a lot of other game conferences going on. I don't plan on doing a review of like the Devolver Digital stuff, or some of the smaller conferences like the Indie Game Showcase, or the I Am 8-bit, little indie thing. I'm good on all that. I will definitely be back to talk about the Xbox Showcase, which I'm going to go see this weekend with my wife and my true love, Brent. So I'm super excited to go out there and watch that. It's been a long time since all three of us got together. The last time we all saw an E3 together was when they announced Halo Infinite, and I lost my shit. I was so excited for Halo Infinite. I remember watching that opening scene. You see the open world, and then you saw the emu thing running by, and then I saw the ring, and I stood up off the couch, and I grabbed Rachel by the shoulders. I turned my back to the TV, and I was shaking her. I'm like, it's Halo! We know how Halo Infinite turned out, but you can't deny there's hype. So I'm super excited to go to, hopefully, a full theater of other Xbox fans and just be wowed. So I am so glad that these events are back. They are doing stuff for the fans live, and I was really, really excited to be a part of that. So it was a good time. Highly recommend it to anybody who wants to do it or is on the fence for next year. It's a great time. You'll have a ton of fun. You'll meet some cool people, and you'll see some fun games on a big screen while you're eating great popcorn. Like, what's there not to love? Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.